Okay. Um, and of course, something which is really horrible is to always look at your own behavior in front of the camera. I mean, you know that you're there, you know that you can hide your screen or your video, but you're there. And so every time that you do something, you look at you, and now it's like you look at you, and then you go like, oh, look at the faces that I'm making with my students. So it's all the time, all the behavior that you're looking. And of course, silence makes a little bit uncomfortable situations, because you are, like you are giving classes and nobody is saying anything. And of course, it's like, well, are they paying attention? Are they actually understanding what I'm saying? And this silence makes a little bit uncomfortable, the terms. And of course, something which happens to everybody is that we have to be aware of being watched all the time. So let me just tell you about one thing that happened to us. So I was in a class with second graders, and the teacher was giving a beautiful class, and the teacher was very happy, and like giving the class and everything. And suddenly, one of the mothers takes the microphone, looks at the camera, and says, "Miss, how long will it take you to pay attention to my kid? Because she has been raising her hand for a long time." And it was like, oh my goodness. So we are aware that we are being watched by everybody, by mommies, daddies, boyfriends, girlfriends, everybody. So that's not very comfortable indeed. And of course, giving a class behind the screen consumes a lot of energy, because I don't know why. Because every time that we started, like behind the scenes or behind the screens, it was like thousands and thousands of hours that you have to like give to your students. So it's really horrible when you are behind the screen. But it could be very horrible, or it could be a very nice way to reinvent the way that you're teaching. And sometimes when we start teaching in a different way, gives us new things. So it is very good. I mean, Nexa is saying that it happened to you. I know. If you have a parent in your home, at home, the parents are some parents are going to talk to you, and it's really, really horrible. So all of you are English teachers, right? So you know that we have to keep on teaching what we have to teach. So we have to keep on teaching vocabulary. We have to keep on teaching spelling. We have to keep on teaching language arts. And when we talk about language arts, what is it, language arts? Who can give me like a very quick explanation of what, not explanation, but definition of what language arts is? Okay, nobody? Very good. Don't worry. This is exactly what I call the silence period, the silent period. Do you have a question in the chat box? Intonation, yeah. I mean, language arts, it has to deal with intonation and the way that you speak the language. Very good. Okay. When we talk about language arts, is when I was a kid and I started learning English, we had grammar. I know that miming, well, no. Yeah, but of course, as an English teacher, we always have to be doing all those things that you're saying. So language arts is everything has to deal with grammar. So the verb to be, everything that, I mean, the punctuation marks, everything that has to do with speaking correctly is language arts. And of course, the art of teaching language, okay? So we have to keep on giving science, and in some classes, you teach mathematics, English as well. So how difficult is it to teach vocabulary to a class that is not, in front of you, and that you are not able to see or to ask everybody to make choral repetition and then individual repetition, which is very, very difficult. When we start giving vocabulary words to our kids, we usually present the word, we introduce the word, we give it through the context all the time, through context, and then suddenly you ask them to repeat the word after you. and then everybody repeats the word, and then you are able to pinpoint at the way that the kids are repeating the whole thing. But behind the screen is very difficult. So how is it that you can actually teach vocabulary in a way that it's, that it could be, nice way? So we're going to make, I'm going to make lots of experiments with you so you can actually tomorrow go to your class and practice this with your kids, okay? First of all, it is important for us to understand that being 2020-21 teacher with teachers, we have to know lots of things about technology. And nowadays, if you're in front of the screen, you need to know your ways in the platform that you choose. It could be PowerPoint presentations if you're using Mac, Keynote. So all those platforms are very important for you, and all those tools will be very important for you to start, like giving a different way to present classes, okay? So I want everybody to take out, I mean, you can take out your pen and pencil or whatever, or you can, actually I have the chat box in front of me, so I will be able to see everything that you say. So you're going to see some things, and you will decide what thing it is or who that person is, okay? And before it appears itself, I want everybody to write who the person is. Ready? Are you ready? Good. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I love that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Julita, Nicolás, David, thank you. I have to read, because it's, for me, it's very important. Ready? Up. Yes. Okay. Ready. So let's see. Let's see what happens and who gets first, who this person is. Ready? Go. Come on, come on, come on. Write quickly. Write quickly. Who can tell me who he is? Come on, come on, come on. Man, Paul. Very good, Constanza. Paul what? Of course, Paul McCartney. No hay otro Paul. You're very good. Mahorny? No, McCartney. Very good. Excellent. Paul McCartney. Very good. So the first one is very, very well done. Now, second one. Let's see who you're looking at. Very young, yeah. Mandela. Very good. Nelson Mandela. Wow. Excellent. Now, while you are doing this exercise, what I want you to think is about your students. So is it like this type of exercise? What can I do with this type of exercise with my kids? And how can I do it? How can I deal it with vocabulary or spelling or whatever it is, okay? Now, this one of my favorite people in the whole world. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. A sort of Pictionary. Who is he? Of course, Disney. Excellent. Walt Disney. Very good. Okay. Now let's see. Next. Difficult, right? No. Mozart. Come on. Napoleon. Mary Poppins. Yes, very good. Julie Andrews. Very good. Napoleon. Yes, it was very difficult because the only thing that you were looking at was the ribbon that she had. Very good. Excellent. Okay, next. Okay, next. Oh, Andrea, you got it immediately. Malala. It's in EET. Malala. Very good. Wow. Yeah, but the first thing that Malala, I love her too as well. No, don't worry, Muriel. I know that it is exactly what happens. I mean, how would you know that it was Malala? It could be ET, yeah. The other one, this last. As teachers, we should know this person a lot, and we should, you know, like thank Agatha. No, she's not Agatha Christie. Montessori, very good. Maria Montessori, excellent. Okay, excellent. Okay, so what happens with this type of exercise? This type of exercise is very good for to start, you know, like developing in our kids this motivation to know where we are, what we expect from them, right? So in very, very short way, just tell me one adjective that describes how you felt with this exercise. One adjective, not word. Frustrated. Okay. Of course, I can explain that. Excited, anxious, slow, excited, slow, excited, excited, challenge, curious, competitive, excited, interested, engaged. Oh, very good. Okay. And as we could see here, some people might have not liked it, and some people might have said, some of our students would say, "Ay, qué flojera." I mean, what? I mean, the teacher, she didn't have to do anything, or why is she doing this? So this type of exercise is for our kids to, you know, start like clicking their brains into a word. For example, in this case, it was people. But what happens if you want to do it with your kids? And maybe with a very little ones, and you do this, okay, tell me, look, who do you think he is or she is? Is she a policeman? Is she, what is she? Very good, fireman. Okay, firefighter, very good. Remember that nowadays we cannot say fireman because there are fire women and firemen. So firefighter, excellent. So in this case, you can do it with the very little ones, and it is very easy for you to start doing as Casey is explaining to you how you can do that in a PowerPoint presentation. The only thing that you do in your animation is you just give the proper time that you want. Okay, so let's see. So this was, you know, like something very visual, but something that I want for you to work with your kids as well. We can do it for spelling. Now let's see. In this exercise, what I want you to do is to think about all the things that we can see in a park. So you ask your students, okay, tell me what is it that you can see. Oh, that would be very good, Casey. You can see a seesaw, very good. What else can you see? A bench, a slide, okay, trees, very good. So you can ask your students. So see, what you're doing right now as a teacher, this is exactly what you want your students to do. You want to find out how many words they know. You're actually giving me lots of words: slide, dogs, people, grass, children, and very good, children, grass. So let's see, toys, children crying and playing, sculptures, lots of words, right? So these type of exercises as well, it's very good for your kids because they're going to start reading very quickly. And maybe you can say, well, now choose some of these words and make a scene and make a drawing, and then from the drawing make an oral guide, a guided composition. Okay, poop. Yeah, I know. You can see that. Okay, so let's see, what is it that I saw immediately? So it starts with everybody in your house. T R E E S, trees. Very good. Number two, what I want you to do is to spell it in your home. I'm not going to see whether you're doing it correctly. So that's why the teacher is going to help. S-E-E-S-A. You? I think so, because the chat is, getting in my way. Seesaw. Number three. Very good. Number three. Let's see if you can do it before it ends. S-A-N-D-B-O-A-X. Very good. Excellent. So as you can see, I'm going to give it a can't hear well all times. Weak signal. Oops. I don't know if it's my signal or it's yours. Okay. So as you can see, what the teacher has to do here is very easy. The only thing that you have to do is with the words that you are actually teaching and with a PowerPoint presentation or with a keynote presentation, what you can do is just, like give these examples so the kids, they are not they're not just reading the words or like read the word, tell me the word, and then write the word. It's a different way to present the same things that sometimes we do. Okay, so we can still have lots of words. Now, for example, this one, instead of just saying number 12, then the kids will have to, instead of actually writing the word, they have to draw the word. Okay, now this is very difficult for the kids. Handkerchief, no? So the kids will, could you repeat? Yes. What do you want me to repeat?
No, Miriam, just the last part at the end of the last slide, it kind of got choppy when you were explaining the last part, but I think you're explaining it pretty clearly now.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
So the point of these exercises is that we will have to present the same words that we have on the book or we have on our plan, but you can do it in a different way instead of just asking your students to write them down and tell you in a spelling way, right? So I'm going to move forward. What is it that we do with language arts? Okay, so from these exercises, which is like teaching your kids new vocabulary words, you can do it with as we did with people and with the words for spelling. So the kids will have to do a different thing. Now, at home, what you could do, and when you're able to see all your students on the screen, then you have to give them, like the face, the face cues. So if they say T, they go like T, R, and they very good. You teach them how to do it with your hands. Okay. So actually, you can when they are actually looking at the words, they say that they look at the word, they look at the first letter and they have to go like this, imitate the letter T and then R, or if you know these type of languages. Okay. Now, something that I want you to know right now is that some questions, the answer will have to be just because, okay? Because when I started doing this for my little kids, it was very difficult for my kids, and I know that it's very difficult for your kids when they are 4 years old or 5 years old, or even when they are not very young, but their level of English is very low. For example, for beginners or false beginners, what happens is that it's really horrible that your kids are not able to communicate. And for the kids, it's very frustrating. And for the parents, it's much more frustrating because they know that they're going to take their kids into a bilingual school or into a school that is teaching English. And suddenly, I don't know why, parents want their kids to come out for the very first day at school and say, what did I teach you? What did I teach you? And they want their students to, their kids to, like speak in English. So it's very difficult. And if we remember that when we start teaching a second language or foreign language to students, there is a time where everything has to be in silence, and there is a silent period in your head. That means that the teacher is talking to me. I, the student, I am understanding the teacher, but when the teacher tells me to say something, something happens in the way, and then the tongue gets in the way, and you're not able to say a thing, right? But as a student, you say, well, why is it that when I am repeating the words, I know everything that the teacher is saying and I say it correctly. But when I want to do it on my own, then it's a little bit of a mess, right? So something which is very important is we have to teach our kids how to speak. And we know that we live in a very visual world. So if we want our students to start reading or decoding meaning into from the pictures that we have in the on the books, then to the words, we have to give them something in between, which is symbolic reading. So let's see what happens. Okay. Now let's see if you can bear with me. Um, some of you, if you were my students in Chile or you used my books, then maybe you will know what I'm talking about. So let's see. What do you think this is? Smile. Okay. A face. I. Macarena. Macarena, you were my student, right? Macarena, love. It's a happy face, I know. But guess what? Look at me and look at Macarena. So happy that you said I. Thank you very much, Macarena. Okay, so look at the face and the arrow, okay? And the arrow goes like this, meaning I, okay? So look at me, if you can see me. So it's I, okay? Very good. Now let's see. Now that you know that this is I, now let's see what happens. What is this? No, he. Very good. Why he? Just because it has like head like this and that's it. Now what happens with this? It's not hair, but it's he. We're talking about okay, it. Very good. Maria Jose, Mr. All of you know, very good. Nicolas Zapata, very good. Ingrid, it, very good. Because it's a boy, very good, Ingrid. That's why it's a he. Now, why did letter A has two things like this, two lines like this, and a line crossing out? Because somebody invented that, right? I invented these symbols. So that's why my answer is going to be why he? Just because I decided that as it's going to be a boy and that's it. And he has, like pelo parado and that's it. Okay. So now let's see. You, very good. Excellent. No, you, very good. Next. Very good. She. We. Very good. Why we are not? Look at the arrows. The arrows are very important. So when I go like this, is because of the arrows. Very good. The arrows are pointing at me. What happens if the arrow is pointing like that? No, it's not they. You have a singular you, which is on top, and then plural you. Very good. You. Your, no, it's you. And now we have exactly, they. So as you can see here, we can actually see that Ms. Myriam is really crazy and that's why she invented this. But it's very cool when you start looking at your kids and getting to know the real meanings. Okay, so now let's see if you know. So everybody in. Okay, Luis Emilio, good luck to you in your classes. Okay, so at the same time, we're going to repeat. Of course, I'm not going to see you, so do it on your own. Ready? So this is I. Very good. He. This one. It. You. She. We. You. They. Okay. Now we have, and what are these called? Icons, very good. Pronouns, very good. Thank you. So they are symbols which are representing pronouns. Very good. Okay, excellent. These are the pronouns, personal pronouns. Excellent. Okay, so now let's see what is. Now, I'm sorry, but this is. ¿Por qué? Just because, okay? Is. And this one, are. Why? Because. And this one, am. Okay, so I wanted to get my students, I know that I could have given them the word is and the word are, because I mean, even if they do not know the word, they're going to just look at it and decide. But in this time, I wanted to have is for one, and are, and then am. Okay, so let's see. Now this is a preposition which is very good in this one. Very good. This one. Actually, at what I do is I actually write the word at, like the arroba, that means at, so everybody knows at, okay? Under. Very good. This one. Very good. Between. And this one. Behind. Very simple, right? So the only thing that you have to do is have, some, like very nice drawings, and of course those drawings I made them on the iPad, and then I just converted them into images. Okay, and if you're interested, of course I know that you will be very interested, I'm going to send all the symbols for you so that you can have them, and the only thing that you have to do is just copy paste. Something that we love doing in this night. Okay, I love you too, Macarena. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, you have a chair with an arrow pointing up. What does it mean? What do you think it means? Stand up. Very good, Javiera. Very good. Casey. English, excellent. And of course, if you have a chair with an arrow pointing down, it's sit down. Okay, so every time that you look at, you can actually, being behind the screen, it doesn't mean that you cannot move. Yeah, very good. So if you say, okay, I want everybody to stand up. Everybody stand up. That everybody's standing now. I cannot see you, but I trust in you. Now everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. Everybody sit down. Very good. Okay. And it's very nice because the teacher is very good, and the students are going to be very happy. So very good. You did perfectly. Okay. So now let's see. What do you do? Listen to my question. What are they? What are they? Exactly, Claudia. Soles. Okay. What do you do? Footprints. Okay. Feet. Very good. What do you do with your foot? What do you do with your feet? Very good. You walk. Okay. So look at one, and it's walk. So I want everybody walk. Walk. I know that I feel okay. Very good. Walk. Now let's see. Same. Now, as you can see here, it is an object. Okay. There are two footprints, but the object is going to become the subject. That means that we're going to talk about an action. And please do not tell me walking. It's just the word walk. Okay. I know that we love INGs, but not now, please. Okay. So let's see. Same footprints, but now with those lines behind them. What do you think? Nope. Nope. Run. Very good. Run. Not running. Run. Very good. Next. Very good. Dance. What would be the difference? We have another people, right? So we have from walking to dancing, but now I don't want the INGs, okay? This one, the subject, the very good, jump. Excellent, jump. Who said, okay, here we have. Let's see. This one. Okay, what would be the difference between, hi, Monica, I can see Monica. I'm very happy to see a person here. So what is it that you can see here is that exactly, we have 2 feet, So that means that we're hop, and then we have run. I'm sorry, it's all the way around. So with 2 feet is hop, and that's hop. Very good. Okay. And now let's see, we're going to go further, okay? It's a mouth with an arrow pointing out. Look at me and mouth, arrow out, out. Very good. Talk. Very good. Speak. Speak. Very good. So it could be speak, say. Very good. So we can have speak, say, express. That's very good, Claudia, but it's speak, say, talk. Very good. Next. Yes, very good. Repeat. The only thing that you had to do is immediately, as you saw that the mouth was with an arrow, then immediately you see another symbol with it, and then you say, your brain tells you that it's repeat, right? Okay. What about this one? Excellent. Same. Now for you, now it's getting easier, right? What happened with the first one? Was it difficult? The symbol is like, what on earth? The I, you, he, it, and then walk, stop. Okay. Now what about this one? Eat. Very good, because the arrow is well, silent. That would be very nice, but no, it's no, it's eat, because actually what happens here is the mouth with an arrow pointing in. Eat. Eat. ¿Por qué? Just because. Okay. This one. Excellent. Drink. Now it's a pencil. That's an object, but the object becomes the subject. And it's, what can you do with a pencil? Okay, you can write like this. Okay, write, or the previous one, draw. Very good. So no, I'm sorry. Sorry. So this one is draw, and this one is write. Why not color? Because I said so. No, because the color should, I mean, I did it with a crayon, okay? So draw, write, this one. Trace, no. Underline, very good, underline. This one. Circle, excellent. This one. Trace, excellent. Sorry, match. And this one. Trace, yeah, because I was not looking at the other one. Exactly. Wow, very good. Now, in every single country in the world, we have traffic lights, okay? So what does that mean? It's a traffic light and it's go, very good. Because if you say, no, stop, please don't drive. This is go, very good. Okay, so go, green, go, very good. This one. Remember that it's on top. So on top is red. Stop. Very good. And this one, wait. Well, in my country, it says go faster. Exactly. Yeah, it goes faster because it's, you know, like it has to be careful or wait. But, you know, in Latin American countries, like in mine, in Mexico, we do that. We go faster. Okay. That explains why they took my life. I know, honey. It's yeah, it's wait. Okay. So now let's see what happens. Oh my God, are we drivers? Yes, yes, but we are very good. Now, this one. Pues sí, very good. It's not look, It's Janina. Hi, Janina. Janina was my student, and she's now repeating things that she saw with me. Hi, Janina. So yeah, it's C. Okay. Hello, my love. Now this one, read. Excellent. Like, I had to change the like because that could be, I like it, agree, I like it. But like these likes, that all of our students, they go like, how many likes do you have and everything. So that's very nice. So on this one, we just look at me, and when I have this, okay, it's like, I hand in, have, very good, have, thank you, Macarena. Thank you, have. And this one, has. Okay. I know, let me tell you, no, it has, have and has, okay? That little, but, and give would be, like a hand doing like this. I'm going to send you the list of verbs that I did so that you can have all of them, and you can change them as long as your kids understand what you say, okay? So now let's see what happens, okay? This is going to tell us the time, okay? So this is the present, okay? If I do something like this, is the past, and if I do something like this, the future. And what happens if I do something like this? Very good. Now, something which is happening right now. Very good. So let's see. This stands for day, okay? This stands for week. This stands for month. Very good. And for year. Excellent. So what happens when I do this? Instead of day, it becomes a yesterday. Very good. Excellent. And now, excellent. Last week, next month, okay, very good. So as you can see, we're teaching grammar, we're teaching adverbs, okay? We're teaching adverbs of time. Last year, last week, next year. So as you can see, and I haven't given you any single word that you have to copy or write, right? In this case, what we want to do is to have our children, immersed in the meaning. Okay, visual communication, exactly. So what we want our students is to start communicating in a visual way. So let's see what happens now. Okay, so now it's your test. It's a very important test for you, okay? So let's see. Remember what it was? Que no es go, Constanza, no, go. This is stop, Constanza, because it's on top, okay? Constanza, don't worry. Very good. Okay. So what happens when I do this? Stopped. Excellent. Stopped. It's not go, kinesios. No, no, go back. It's stopped. Because we were talking about, remember the lines. We remember the lines that we were talking about in the timelines, okay? So if I do it on the left, so it's stopped, okay? Now, but what happens here? Now, Constanza, what is it? You tell us. Exactly. Go. Very good. Constanza. Very good. Natalia. Okay. So now what happens here? Very good. Went. What is the difference between these two drawings? Give me any grammar explanations, please. No, Casey, is not go back, honey. This went, okay? Remember that this is regular, irregular. Okay, don't give me any grammar explanations. Don't give me grammar explanations. Give me visual explanations. The only thing I see is one line, two lines. Very good. Very good. Double arrow or one arrow. One arrow means don't worry. The only thing that you have to do is just add ed, the number of lines. Very good, Janina. And two lines, watch out, because the verb is going to change. And for those of you who are grammarians, very good, Carolina. Regular, irregular. So imagine that your kids have, for example, a piece of paper, and they're going to, like read on a piece of paper. And then, okay, draw one line, find regular and irregular verbs. Draw one line to all the regular verbs that you see, and draw two lines under every word that you see that it's irregular. Imagine your kids, instead of just, like getting your students to, of course, memory is very important. And of course, we will have to understand and to learn and to do, the go, went, gone, begin, began, begun, do, did, done. I know that we have to do that. And something that I do is for the third, like for the third row, we have go, went, and then the gone. The only thing that I do is I just, like scribble the line. So it's like, oh, watch out, because it really changes, right? So something that we're doing here is visual communication. Very good. I love the way that Casey said it. So we are communicating. Then immediately for the kids, it's very easy for them to understand that every time that they see one line, the only thing that they have to do is add an ed. And if they see two lines, watch out. They have to understand that they have to memorize, because it's not logical. Why? Why do you think that it's logical to say go, went, gone? ¿Dónde está lo lógico? There's no logic, right? It's like you have to learn it by heart. Begin, began, begun, do, did, done, sing, sang, song, no? Or put. Qué bueno que no es put it, because it sounded really horrible, right? So by memorizing, you will have to cut, for example. So you will have to memorize them, and you can actually make your students memorize in a way that it's, like a little bit more fun, okay? Okay, so this is run, and now is run. And if you have a little head next to run, then you can say runs, because you can actually add an S. Okay? And exactly, when we learn them, they had to do it by heart. It's really horrible. And then, for example, here, no, no. Drinking, very good, drinking. So every time that you have, remember the lines, I mean, I know that it's in 1 hour, this is going to be like lots and lots of information, but I know that you're going to write to me, and then we can have, instead of having a huge webinar, we can have like little, how long does it take for your learners to the symbol? Very, it's incredible the way that the kids are going to, if you start, like working with the symbols, then it's very easy for them to remember that, because maybe you can actually have exercises like translate my symbols. So you give one symbol, and then instead of saying copy the word, they will have to write the word that corresponds to the symbol. So instead of just say go, and then the kids will have to say went, then I put the traffic light and with a line, and then they will have to just write it down. So it's easier for them. It's really, really easier for them. And I work with these symbols from with 3-year-olds, okay, with 3-year-olds, and of course they don't ask anything. They just look at them, and then it's incredible. Practice them, and then they get used to them. Exactly. If you practice the symbols, practice makes perfect, remember. So let's see what happens here, okay? So let's see how good you are at reading, okay? Who can tell me what it says? I have classes. Thank you very much, Myriam and Casey. Oh, you're welcome. Hello, I am a princess. What's her name? Hello, I am good. Excellent. Very good. Hi, I am Elsa. If the student says hi instead of hello, that's perfect. Okay. Hi, I am Elsa. Hello, I am Elsa. And then what is she saying? I like dancing. I like singing. Good. So this is exactly what happens here. What you can do to your kids is look at the symbols and then translate what I said, and then maybe they will be able to start even writing new sentences just by decoding the symbols. Okay, and of course, when we talk about symbols, and all of them are verbs and subjects that you can use for expressing, to make an utterance. So let's see what happens with the questions, which are very difficult for our students to understand, and it's very difficult for our students to make questions. I don't know if it happens to you, but sometimes you want your students to ask a question and they are not able to know what kind of a question they're going to make, whether a what, a where, what. So let's see what happens and use your imagination. So that stands for who. Very good. This stands for, remember it was it. Very good. What. This stands for, very good, Carolina. A question with a, very good, Natalia. Very good, Maureen. Very good, Evelyn. Where. This stands for, what color? Excellent. What color? This one, in how old? Yes, my daughter told me that when, and I said no, I'm sorry. How old? Very good. How old? Okay, for me it was very easy for my kids. Like instead of saying how many years do you have, how old? I mean, American people are not very nice because they ask you how old you are instead of saying how young are you or how many years do you have. That would be very nice to have that, no? When is your birthday? That's very nice. But here it's how old, okay? This one, of course, how much? This one, hmm, could be when, eh? Yes, but it's what time? Yes, very good. Could be when. How long? Yeah, it all depends on, what happens with the symbols is, what I did with these symbols, and I published those symbols. I went to lots of countries. I went to Venezuela, I went to Puerto Rico, I went to Chile, I went to my favorite country, which is Chile. Then I went to Colombia, South America, North, Mexico, of course, and Central America. And I made, like focus groups so that it was very easy for me to say whether they were, they were comprehensible. Okay. Bye bye, Ingrid. Don't worry. And the last one is how many? I know it's difficult, but it's how many. Okay. So are you ready? It could be which. I know. I want to visit Mexico. Me too. I don't live in Mexico anymore. I'm living in Sevilla in Spain. So I will, when you go to visit, yeah, I'm very good. Okay. So are you ready? Now let's see what happens here. Translate what I try to do here. You have to look at me, okay? Last night, very good. Then we have what? Bye, Erika. I'm very sad that you're leaving. The weather, very good. The weather, and there is the weather and sun. So the weather, man, very good. On television was no. On television, said. Remember the very good. So last night the weatherman on television said. Very good. Bye, Nuri. Stay home. Very good. Stay home. Close your doors and very good. Close your windows and doors. Very good. A hurricane, a tornado is coming. Very good. Who can tell you from the beginning? We're going to say this from the beginning. Very good. A tornado is coming. Very good, Mimi. Okay. Last night, everybody with me in your house. Last night, the weatherman on television said, stay home, close your windows and doors. A tornado is coming. Excellent. Now let's see what happens. I went to bed. Very good. I went to bed and I couldn't sleep. I didn't. Very good, Maureen. Excellent. And I went to bed but couldn't sleep. Excellent, Javiera. So I went to bed but couldn't sleep. Suddenly, woke up. Más bien, pácatelas. No, pácatelas. Pácatelas. No, got up. Very good. Fell down. Very good. Suddenly, I fell off the bed. Fell off, got out of bed, could be, okay, but suddenly I fell out of bed, flew out of the window. Very good. Flew out of the window. You are so great. No, a balloon flew. No, remember an object, that's a balloon, and then it's the object becomes the subject, so it's flying. Very good. Flew out of the window. So let's do it from the very beginning. Let's see if it works. Last night, the weatherman on television said, stay home, close your windows and doors. A tornado is coming. I went to bed, but couldn't sleep. Suddenly, I fell out of bed, flew out of the window, and let's see what happened. And I very good, I went round and I went turning, very good, could be. I went spinning up, that's perfect, Mr. D. Oh, very good. So I went round and round, higher and higher. Very good, I like it. Round and up, very good. Mimi, perfect. Higher and higher. And then what happened? I was in the tornado. Very good. Denise, excellent. I was in the tornado. Okay, what story is this? This is a very common story about the Wizard of Oz. Excellent. Very good. So you can have this, and then imagine you can actually have your students write, translate this. You can give these lines into your students, and they can translate this into words. And then the second part, they can actually read them on a book and then translate the words into symbols. So little by little, this is going to help acquire different grammar bases. Okay. This is, I mean, we can actually have work with our kids playing Simon Says. Simon says stand up, Simon says sit down, Simon says stop, etc., etc. That's another exercise that we can do with your kids. And now let's see what happens with, let's see if you can tell me what this is. I am not listening to you, and this is really horrible, but let's see if you can actually, like, write it down. Thank you, Manuela. I say good, no. Muy bien, Maureen. I say, no es I. Look at the arrow. Very good. You say, no. You say yes. Very good. You say yes. Okay. I say no. Excellent. I look at the arrows, niños. I say no. But it's not in the past. Very good. I say the Beatles. Mr. L, you are the greatest person ever. Okay. Excellent. So you say yes, I say no. You say stop. Very good. And I say go, go, go. Excellent. So now let's see what happens now in the real life. It's really cool to have a song with no words, okay? So in this case, the only thing that, I mean, it's very easy. This song is very easy, right? Because, I mean, it's easy for you to put all these all these words together with what our Beatles gave us to us, right? So these type of exercises using symbols are very good for your kids, and you can do it, in front of the kids, behind the screen. It's very, very cool to reinvent the way that we teach grammar, the way that we teach songs, the way that we teach different things. For example, now these type of songs, we know that the first song that I taught you was with symbols, so it's a symbolic song, right? So using symbols, you're able to say the words correctly. And of course, there are other songs that are going to be mixing words and pictures. And this is one of my latest songs from Boot Tank. It was just in Mexico, okay?
I love animals, yes I do. I love animals, what about you? I love rabbits, I love cats. I love turtles,
I'm sorry, it just rhymed.
I love rats. Yes, I
So as you can see, what we've seen today is a different way to be with your kids in front of a screen or in front of or in a classroom. It doesn't matter where you are. You can actually still motivate your students in different ways. Okay, so I know that you would like to have the songs and everything, so it would be I am going to send everything to Casey, and Casey can send that to you. So I know that it's been one very nice hour for you. Well, for me, I don't know about you, but for me, it was very nice not to see you, but to know that all of you were here. So it's very important for us to understand that when we're teaching, what we're teaching is that we enjoy our lessons every single day, that we want to be with our students, and we know that it's very difficult for our kids to to actually learn something if the teacher is going like, okay, so let's see, open your page to, oh, it's really horrible. So it's very important for you to to reinvent yourselves and to remember why we're teachers. We're teachers because we really love what we do, and we really want our students to learn in a very special way. I always tell my students to feel the language teaching. Yeah. I love you as well, my yeah. So Claudia Loer, I'm so happy. I'm so glad that now I can see all the names. Now I know Claudia, I know him, I know everybody. So this is really cool. I feel like home. Okay. So do you have if you have questions, we can have our question answer right now. I won't ever mix traffic lights anymore. Please, Constanza, please do not mix traffic lights, because otherwise, please do not drive. Okay, drive safely using Myriam symbols, please. Sure, I'm going to send Casey all the material. I'm going to send the presentation so that you can have it in PDF. And I am going to send you the songs, isolatedly, so you can have the songs the I Love Animals. And of course, I'm going to send you all the symbols so that you can have all the symbols, okay? And as Casey was saying, I think that we can have a very nice workshop on how to deal with PowerPoint and the other one, and Keynote, so that we can
extra tips and tricks. That'd be fun.
That would be great. Yeah. Thank you, Ingrid. I hope that you have new ideas for your kids, or if you didn't have new ideas, please, ni modo.
Myriam, we have one question in the chat and in the question and answer box.
Okay,
it says, what age would you recommend we teach with visual communication? Since
the very early stage. If you're teaching 2-year-olds, you have to start with 2-year-olds, because it's an extraordinary tool to get your students, give the students the tool to decode and then encode what's next, which is the words and the letters. So from 2-year-olds, and it's really, really nice, because for all of them, it would be, to have the first things that you would like to share with your kids is all the commands, like stand up and then do it with your kids, sit down, walk, stop, everything, all of them. If you do it with your kids, then they are going to be, understanding. Okay.
Great. And I don't have any other questions in the Q&A, but maybe someone wants to ask a question in the chat box. It's not a problem.
Okay. How do I teach colors? Oh, I love colors. Do you really want me to know? To tell you, I love it. Okay, look, very important for all of us, we have to understand that we have visual, auditory, and kinesthetic, okay? So let's see. Some of you might know it. So what color is this? I was not prepared, but I have all my colors here, okay? Okay, what color is it? So the kids would say, rojo, very good. Okay, red, show me red. Everybody show me red, red. Everybody, red. I hope that everybody is looking at me because otherwise I would be crazy. Okay, red. One more time, red. Very good. Now, look, what color is this? Tell me.
Orange.
Orange, very good. Orange. Orange. What color is it? Orange. And what color is it? Red. Very
Red.
good. Very good. Now, what color is this? Yellow. What color is it? Yellow. Everybody do exactly the same thing as I do. Yellow. It's not jello like in Mexico or in Spanish. You say jewa, but it's not in jello. It's yellow. So everybody go yellow. One more time. Yellow. Excellent. And it would be very nice if you, Casey, and Felipe, just show yourselves doing exactly as I'm doing. So put on your cameras and do what I'm doing. Thank you.
Not a problem.
I love you guys.
Hold on. Let's.
So what
Here
color
we
is
are.
it? Everybody?
Red.
One more
Red.
time.
Red.
Red. Very good. And this one is?
Orange.
Orange.
Very good. And this one is? Yellow.
Yellow.
Everybody?
Yellow.
Excellent. Now what about this one? Is green. Look at my face.
Green.
Now put your face very, very next to the camera.
Green.
Very good. Now what about this one?
Blue.
Blue. Because a long time ago, skies were blue. Not now, but okay,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Blue. Everybody?
Blue.
Blue. Very
Blue.
good. So,
Red.
Red. Orange.
Orange.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Green.
Green. Blue.
Blue.
blue. Very good. What color is this?
Pink.
Pink. Everybody?
Pink.
Everybody? Pink.
Pink.
One more time. Pink. Very good. And now my favorite, Jimena, this is for you. This is, I don't know if you can see that color, is purple. Everybody? Purple. One more time. This is very important.
Purple.
This is not purple. Purple. It's purple.
Purple. Yeah.
Like circle and turtle. Okay. So this is a way. This is a very fun way to teach the colors, right?
Definitely.
So we have.
We should add another person so we can see their camera.
It would be very nice to have Kristen or Monica or add people. That would be very nice.
Okay, here I'm gonna put someone as promote to panelist.
Guess what? We have another one, which is brown. Brown. What color is it? Brown. Everybody?
Brown.
Brown.
Brown. Very good, Andrea. Excellent. Así me gusta, Claudia. Come on. Brown. Everybody?
Brown.
So now let's see. I will have to stand up because this is very important here. Okay. So are you ready? So this is red.
Red.
Red. Red.
Red.
Orange.
Orange. Orange.
Yellow.
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 Green.
Green.
Blue.
Blue.
Pink.
Pink.
Pink. Purple.
Purple. Brown.
Brown. And this goes like this. Black. Everybody?
Black.
Black.
I can't do
Stand
that.
up. Come
Black.
on. Come on. Don't be sitting down. Black.
Black.
Black. Excellent. One more time.
Black.
Felipe,
Black.
you are not standing up. Standing up, honey.
I can't.
It's business of trust.
You are wearing
Black.
shorts. Okay. Black. And this one?
Black.
Black.
White.
White. Yeah.
White.
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 Very good.
Okay. So
White.
now you know the colors. So we have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, pink,
Blue,
purple,
pink,
Purple.
purple,
white, brown,
brown.
black. Very good.
Excellent.
En el libro Bebop Band eran diferentes y con menos sentido. Ay, es que, ¿qué crees? And I'm going to tell you the reason why. These colors, I invented them, the red and the white and the purple and everything. And in Bebop, it's American Sign Language. It's a real thing for people who are not able to speak. This is ASL, so it's American Sign Language. So yeah, but these ones are, you know, are funny. So you can actually have, you know, like kids going like, so imagine, so I'm so happy to see you guys. So it's, look, it's a
Red.
Red
you know,
ball.
you have to, very
Ball.
good.
Red
Okay.
ball.
Now, another one. Look,
Look.
it's a
Yellow.
Car.
Bicycle.
very good. Okay, so actually you are actually giving the students, you know, with lots of you know, like mimic, you can give them very nice excellence, very nice sentences. Okay, so yeah, gracias Lorena. It's better to have the mind, because the other ones are, you know, it's it's American Sign Language. I know
Yeah.
it's very important to use sign language, but this was fun for my kids, and they were able to understand them perfectly. And every time that they forgot it, the only thing that you did was like this, and then immediately they were able to
Remember. Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
Are there any other questions? We're adding people like randomly.
That's
you
really
can
cool.
be on your-
Macarena.
Is there anyone that wants to say hi to Myriam? We can add you.
I want to say hi and also tell you that Macarena is my superior in the school, and she taught me all those I don't know, signs for the colors, and I use them with the children. I change them a little. For example, for pink, I don't touch my eyes, I touch my nose.
Oh, perfect.
But it has been really, really great. They get it all. So they love it, and I'm really thankful for that.
Very good. And Macarena has been a great student, ¿verdad, Macarenita preciosa? Yeah, I mean, you know that I've been to Chile every single year I went to Chile, right? And then they took the teacher's course, and it's been so incredible to see. I remember the first time that I saw all the kids singing the songs with the colors. It was like incredible, because I invented them when I was very tired of teaching the same stupid colors, because they never change. So the red is going to be always the red. So when I started doing this, it was really fun for the kids. So yeah. So thank you very much for keeping this light on, because teaching English is so much fun. And of course,
Yes.
when we are native speakers, it's funnier for us, because sometimes, I don't know if it has happened to you, Casey, but you know that we can invent new tenses of verbs. Like
In Spanish, I do it all the time.
I know. And in English is very easy, because we can actually invent the very past. When you say, what did you did last night? So it's the very past, right? So it's very difficult for us to learn, and that's why it's fun for us for the kids, because we know that we can make mistakes, and no worries. Be happy. Okay.
Excellent.
Exactly. Thank you, Myriam, for your time, for this inspiring presentation, the useful and innovative tips for these online lessons that I'm sure they will definitely be very useful for all the teachers that wanted to see you and that you see them. It's amazing the way this webinar finished, with all the teachers turning on their cameras and participating about these different strategies that are fun for everyone, not only for kids.
Yes.
For everyone.
Thanks for your good vibes. Thank you, Claudia Bustamante. You're so nice. Have a meeting now. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm so happy. I really enjoyed it. Really. So
I think we had fun.
thanks for inviting me, and please don't forget me not. So if you have another session that, or one day that you say, well, I don't know what to do, please do call me, and we can have like coffee together and do crazy things together. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank
Great.
you very much, Myriam. And to all the teachers, please remember to stay tuned, because next August the 8th, we will repeat an excellent webinar with Lucrecia Pratt about brain breaks. When to use it.
October 8th. Sorry.
October the 8th. Yes.
Yeah.
Not August, but we understand.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
No worries.
It's October the 8th. Yes. But the topic is the same: brain breaks. Why, when, and how.
How very nice. Can I be invited?
Definitely.
Sure, definitely. Yeah.
Send me the link, please.
Yes,
Okay.
I will. And as Myriam said, we also, for all the teachers, we're going to put all of the content that Myriam shares with us on the website, Inglesa support at wibbly.com, and we're going to share it with the teachers, the links. So it'll be one-stop shop access for everyone.
Perfect.
Thank you, Myriam.
Thank you very much
Great.
for everybody. It's been great.
Thank
And
you,
Macarena, I'm
thank
so
you,
happy to
teachers.
see you. Really, thank you very much for all of you that you are still here and bearing with us. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful week and start using these symbols because you're going to love it. Okay?
Very
Thank you.
effective.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Bye.
Myriam. Thank
Bye.
you,
Thank you.
teachers.
Bye.
Everyone.
Having me.